Hi there. Doing a little spoken word this time, and I'm going to have some music coming up also today if things go as planned. So, this is called the current state of currents. Here we go. Facts float like islands of plastic in the sea, muddled in a mire of obscurity, yet still can be seen, just as truth finds a way to rise eventually. Once you release the net of a counterfeit reality, which closes in with each compromise. When fear steers the will that complies, and deems as disinformation any notion that implies 2 plus 2 might not equal 5. Science has been resuscitated and kept alive, having bravely survived the Goliaths of the Faucian tribe, having emerged through the censors, slander, and lies, with its objective intact, unbiased and qualified, with its data tracked and stored. You're invited to peek through a half-open door, though you may not like what you find, if you've swallowed the hook, sinker, and line. Yet if 2 plus 2 to you equals 4, know that you haven't lost your mind. See the farmers banding together. Tractors on freeways move like a slow flood. Agriculture, Earth's lifeblood, flows obstructed in India and throughout Europe. Survival pushes hard to create passage. Meanwhile, here in the States, the suicide rate is 4 times the national average among farmers. No farmers, no food, easy to understand. So who's hijacking the grain, buying up all the land, and grabbing the cattle with a green iron hand? The likes of Mr. Gates and old Klaus Schwab, with the World Economic Forum, they meet like the mob to decide what to do with these worthless eaters. These 7.5 billion perpetual breeders, all kept distracted by drugs and dead-end jobs. Their focus robbed by food and fuel prices with record inflation. Supreme Court rulings and reverse legislation. J6 theater and dramatic prostrations. Corporatized rainbows and gender deviation. Countless boosters of coerced vaccinations. With zero restraint and no hesitation, they pursue healthy children with these inoculations. Hell-bent on non-stop invasions of privacy, which is being devoured by centralized power as we become a marginalized population. Goodbye to borders and sovereign nation. Hello, New World Order, here comes devastation. Hey, enough. Enough of all that, you conspiracy buff. Where's your tin-foil hat? Just shut your trap and show yourself to the door. Mr. 2 plus 2 must equal 4. Well, okay, all right, allow me to just say toodles to you fancy, well-groomed poodles, all tied together in your safety knot. Thanks a lot. I'll be on my way, but with one more thing which I'm compelled to convey. You see, I didn't always just set out to be this way. I just woke up to a nightmare that seems here to stay. And it's hard to prepare for clandestine plots. I'd much rather just stroll around the corner lot without holding my breath to burnt rubber rot while junkies gather and clot around clouds of fentanyl. Damn it all, there's my friend hanging out at the spot, flagging me down to assure me that he's not dying. It found him accidentally, you see. Someone just slipped it into his weed. And that's all it took to lead him off track. I tried to help, but he keeps going back. They finally found something worse than crack, no longer needed as a lure to entice, a vice to cure you of something you lack. Just like heroin, better known as smack, is said to feel like being kissed by God while being seduced by the devil. This shit must be like a slap from a demon who hands you a shovel and says, "Here, now dig your own hole." Lord, how this place takes a toll. And lately, I pray with an exhausted plea for some levity to counter the weight of these tragedies. I can't stand to see life pinned to its knees much longer. Yet somehow I keep getting stronger. Somehow I have not yet been killed. Feed this will's mystical hunger with something higher than earthborn thrills and desires. Through this alchemy, like metal put through fire, I am reshaped, reborn, rewired, galvanized to meet all that's required. Yet, I really need to laugh again. Want to hear Pryor, Carlin, Chappelle, to hell with McFarlane. How about something that Brewer and JP star in? Gotta keep the clown inside me from snarling, and I need someone else with whom to share in this experience so rare. I see you too, darling, don't mind if you stare. Perhaps I'm staring too from a peripheral point of view. We are gathered here in lieu of a dividing snare, this bizarre nightmare that bleeds, an unwinding tapestry becoming threadbare. But I know that you still care. Can we stand, join hands, transcend, be kind but beware? There's so much happening out there, but who are we to be still, mistaking away these minutes, hours, months, and years? We'll live through this once. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Stay awake.